Hello, ladies and gentlemen, DailyClasher here, and today I'm going to be doing a special interview with Camille from DubWarGaming. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Camille?
So what's up, guys? As DailyClasher just said, my name is Camille, and I'm from the channel DubWarGaming. I'm 18 years old and from Canada, British Columbia, and from Vancouver to be down to specifics. I've been uploading Clash of Clans videos for about 7 to 8 months now, and really enjoying it. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So let's get started, right?
Well, so let's get straight into talking about YouTube. What was the inspiration for your channel, and what do you hope it could expand to in the future? Do you think it could possibly be bigger than it is right now?
When it comes to if I think it can be bigger than it is right now when it comes to my channel size, I am meeting new subscribers every day. It's great to see that a lot of my subscribers are also trying to get in contact with me on my Kick Messenger, where I can talk to people one-on-one. And I think that's also helping me a lot with meeting, awesome new people, loyal subscribers, which is also great to see because I also always see reoccurring names in the comments when I, upload a video, which is great to see. So yeah, it's definitely becoming a bigger and bigger channel as the days go by. So I'm really happy to see that, and I actually do think it can really grow out to be something huge one day, and actually, popular, what you might call in the YouTube community, such as Chief Pat. He's very well known in the Clash of Clans community. So that's kind of my goal, is to try to get up there eventually one day, and I definitely think that'd be an awesome goal. So yeah, I do think, maybe after a couple of years I'll get up there, but you never know. So anyways, also when it comes to the inspiration for my channel, I gotta say I don't have like a super cool story to tell you guys for anyone that's watching this interview. What actually happened was when I was just like a beginner clasher, I was playing Clash of Clans for like the first week or two. I remember out of curiosity checking out on YouTube if there's any Clash of Clans videos, and I remember when I searched up Clash of Clans, the only people I saw was Matt and Vinnick, Simon Tay, Eric the Cuz, and Chief Pat. And Chief Pat was at the time also just making his Goblin campaign walkthroughs, which is funny to see because now he's like really popular with them. So anyways, that's besides the matter. Yeah, that's kind of what inspired me, is because I saw that there weren't really that many Clash of Clans YouTubers, and I thought that'd be a perfect opportunity for me to, start making some Clash of Clans videos. And I do like to make videos, so that's why, I'm here right now, even doing this interview with you. It's all because, I realized that there's really not that many Clash of Clans YouTubers, and I gave it a go, and so far, great success, right? So, and also, what do I expect for it to expand in the future? I think this is pretty much with every game. I think every game has its like little spotlight, and Clash of Clans is skyrocketing right now with its spotlight, and it's gaining thousands of new players every day. But of course, every game does sort of get boring eventually. I don't want to kind of demean Clash of Clans to that level where it might get boring. I'm not saying that, but every game does have that spotlight, and of course, eventually it'll slow down to the amount of new players that they get and stuff like that. So I think when that happens after I don't know how many years, I think I'm just going to get more broad with the games I upload on my channel, such as maybe Minecraft. Yeah, like I really don't even know for sure what kind of games I might be uploading. It's just kind of, nothing set in stone. So I don't even want to think about that for now. I just want to stick to Clash of Clans. So I'm really not too sure what it might expand to, but definitely, some more broad games out there. So that's pretty much my answer for that. And should we go on to the next one?
Well, that's awesome. In my personal opinion, I definitely think that your channel could grow much larger than it already is. By the way, did you make that introduction? Because it's pretty awesome, and it's not too loud.
Yeah, I had that issue. A lot of people were telling me that the introduction was too loud, so I had to end up actually decreasing it by about like 10 decibels or something like that. So it was actually okay for everyone to listen to. But when it comes to if I actually made the introduction, yes, I did. I'll tell you now, it wasn't easy because I'm not that good at video editing. Specific things such as like an introduction, or perhaps like, how you see like COD montages. I can never do one of those because I
Yeah.
just have no idea how. But when it comes to actually like my introduction, it took about like a good week to do, with a couple hours work every day, believe it or not. And the rendering of it also took forever because I wanted it to come out in 1080p, which is exactly what it came out as, and that was like forever to render, even though it's like 7 seconds long. So yeah, it was definitely hard, but I think it did pay off though, because a lot of people really like my introduction, which is great to see, right? So well worth it
So
for the amount of
you
time I spent.
so you taught yourself graphics, right? There was no like
Yeah.
external.
No,
teaching classes or
I
something?
will admit that I did look up some sort of tutorials as how to do things, right? But I didn't pull off any
Yeah,
like sorry, how do you say it? It's like no
templates or yeah,
template. That's what I want to
templates.
say.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Everything I made was by myself, and it was definitely hard though because I had to go through so many tutorials, so many guides on YouTube as to how to do some stuff. It did take hours of work, so that's why also some people ask me, can I make them an introduction? And I'm like, sorry, dude, I can't. I, like as much as I like to, I honestly just can't. Like I'm not going through that again. I'm sorry. Like I'm not a professional, so I'm sorry, I can't. Right? But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely worth doing it though. Anyways, so that's pretty much all I have to say for the part. So yeah.
Okay, so I have another question for you now about YouTube as well. What are your drives and motivations behind all your series episodes, like the Q&A series or like other series that you create, and how do you come up with them, and do you enjoy making them?
I definitely do enjoy making them. I make sure that whatever series I'm starting up, I'm gonna actually have a fun time doing it because I know a lot of people tell me to do a specific series, that maybe some other YouTubers might be doing, but I'm not really into that. Perhaps like a base review, as much as people, would want me to do base reviews. It's just sort of like I don't really want to go down that mainstream. I had a talk with Godson, which is actually another fellow Clash of Clans YouTuber, and we kind of talked about this kind of stuff, and we want to kind of go our different separate path, make sort of our own series. As you can see, Godson doesn't do base reviews either or any stuff like that because he's completely unique with his videos. And that's what I'm trying to do with my videos as well, is just kind of go off onto a different path, do something that someone else hasn't done before, such as the X8 series. Like, have you ever heard of someone doing a series that's called the X8, right? I'm pretty sure you haven't. So that's where I'm kind of coming up with my ideas. And it's also all thanks to my subscribers who give me these ideas. Let's say, I'll make a video and I'll tell people like this series is coming to an end and I need to start up with a new one. So give me some ideas. And thankfully, I have enough subscribers to actually give me some ideas. And a lot of people were saying, get your Expos to level 3, right? So I took that into consideration. And also a lot of people said, do a road to level 8 walls. So I took those together and made the X8 series, right? So that's how I'm kind of coming up with my series, and I did enjoy that series, so that's also a good thing for me to actually enjoy doing it. So yeah, also like when it comes to the drive and motivations, like I said, it's all thanks to my subscribers giving me like that kind of support, and I series should about, and that's what I'm thankful about, is that I actually have some subscribers telling me what they like to see, and it's just cool to see like that people want me to actually do a specific series and I'll know for a fact that they want to watch it, right? So that's pretty much my drive and motivation, and that's my answer to that question. So I guess we can move on now.
Well, in my opinion,
To,
I think that's a great motivation to create these Clash videos. Recently I was on Godson's channel as well, and I saw his new hip hop parade, which was pretty awesome. A goblin appeared out of nowhere and started like
yeah.
dancing while he raided.
He's definitely unique with his videos, and I love. I'm actually a huge fan of Godson. He's like a really close friend of mine as well,
Yeah,
but I'm like his biggest fan as well because I can't like not miss a video of his, right? Because he's so
yeah.
original. It's different from all the other YouTubers, right? So
Especially
yeah,
with the one hit video getting the Barbarian King to level 30.
yeah. That was definitely, I had to talk with him about that one as well, and he said it was extremely painful for the amount of money he spent on that. But, it's all because of our subscribers, our fans. We want to just keep them entertained. That's why he did it. I mean, normally if he wasn't a YouTuber, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have done that, but he did it for all subscribers, and I respect him for that, right? So.
Yeah.
Anyways, because we're kind of like dragging on with Godson here, I guess
Yeah.
we should probably move on to the next
Okay,
question.
so I have one final question related to YouTube for you. Has the TNG partnership helped your channel grow, and what tips do you have for upcoming Clash YouTubers?
My TNG partnership, when I had my sort of baby steps to my channel, they definitely did help me out quite a bit when it came to questions I couldn't really find the answer to on the internet because some people didn't really want to like reveal their actual answer. For example, like I wanted to know what kind of DM I was getting and that kind of stuff. So Sheldon, which is the recruiter for TNG, did help me out quite a bit with that kind of stuff, and figure out what kind of contract information I need to know. Sort of like those beginner sort of things. It's definitely a good network to have your sort of baby steps with. But I gotta warn you, something about TNG is that they do like to trick some people with their contracts. For example, I know some people that got some crazy contracts where they were locked in for a couple of years, and that's definitely not fun. Like, okay, DailyClasher, I don't know if you want to tell people this, but exactly pretty much what you told me. You said you were locked in for like 5 years, right? So you're
Yeah,
kind of
but
stuck.
I recently figured out a loophole. I could actually terminate the contract 30 days before my 1 year anniversary. So that's just like a shout out
Okay.
to that. So
All right, so there you go. There's
yeah.
a quick tip for anyone who's trying to join TNG. Yeah, there definitely are loopholes. I'm not aware of all of them because, I'm not super informative about that kind of stuff. But like I said, if you're gonna partner with TNG, you gotta make sure you look at the contract, read through it properly, even though it's really boring and takes up quite a bit of your time. It's definitely worth actually reading through and finding out that kind of information, because you could easily screw yourself over. Sorry for, actually saying
Yeah.
that in a literal sense, but it is going to happen to you if you don't actually, read through it properly and figure out what kind of information you need to know. So, yeah, like I said, TNG is a good sort of like baby steps network to start up with, but if you ever want to move on to another network, you might actually, dig yourself in a deep hole if you didn't like actually read the TNG contract, because you might be locked in, and you can't actually get out of that network unless you request it to the leader, or sorry, the owner of the network, which is Jamie. But that's, getting into other details, which I won't go over. But like I said, just watch out. That's all I have to say. So yeah, that's pretty much.
All right, so now that we're about halfway through the interview, let's start talking about in-game. The first question that I feel is one of the most important is if you think that there should be major changes to the game, and are you looking forward to Clan Wars, and is it a possibility?
So I think there should be any major changes to the game? The one thing I'm always going to stand by is definitely the cost of walls. I'm going to be completely honest. If America or Steve or any Supercell workers are watching this, I'm super sorry, but I'm super against you guys with the cost of walls. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, if you look at my base, I'm pretty advanced by now. I'd at least assume so. I'm level 96 with level 7 walls and some level 8. But now think about it. I don't actually gem my walls. I think I might have like won a couple walls here and there, but like I'm not one of those people that buy a bunch of gems and have to gem all their walls, because I can barely get level 8 walls, and I'm trying to do everything as naturally as possible without gemming anything. So if you think about it, you guys are already coming out with level 10, level 11 walls, and before we know it, there's going to be like level 12 that are going to be like 5 million gold each. I don't know for a fact, but I'm just kind of assuming, right? But yeah, it's kind of weird, and I think it's sort of stupid that it's so revolved around people who gem. It's not even giving people a chance who don't gem a chance at actually upgrading their walls to that level, like 10 and 11, and not even to mention level 9 walls. That's already 1 million each. That's kind of crazy, because I don't even have a single wall at level 9. Not to mention having some of my walls at level 8. And which I do, but it's not that easy as it seems. So yeah, that's the one thing I would change about Clash of Clans, is definitely reduce the cost of walls, because it's been a pretty major thing since the beginning of time, when they were just first starting off with getting new wall levels, and people started complaining about that. But not much you can do about that, because I'm pretty sure they already mentioned that they're not going to actually decrease the cost of walls. From what I remember, I don't know if it was a rumor or not, or if it was on the forums or something like that, but I remember hearing something like that where they said they're not going to decrease the cost of walls. So not much you can actually do about that, but if there was going to be a major change, it would definitely be walls. Otherwise, everything else is fine. And am I looking forward to Clan Wars? I don't know if for a fact if Clan Wars is gonna be put into the game. Reason being is because there are a lot of people that complain about the game being extremely slow when it comes to the processor. And for example, like I have an iPod, right? And when I try to record with my iPod, I gotta do some specific things with my iPod to actually be able to record. Because if I don't do those things, like clear my tabs with the other applications I might have open and that kind of stuff, then my Clash of Clans is just going to crash right away. And the reason it's doing that is because there's already so much data put into the game, so many coding lines and stuff like that. It's making the game extremely laggy. So if I want to record, it's kind of impossible sometimes, and that's why it's hard for me to upload videos sometimes, is because Clash of Clans keeps crashing on me. So now imagine if they put in Clan Wars, which is going to be numerous more amounts of coding lines and stuff like that. It's just going to make the game like even slower, even harder for people like me to record Clash of Clans, because that's just more data into the game, and it's just going to be like really difficult to actually be able to play the game and not have to deal with the stuff. So if they are going to add Clash of Clans, then they definitely got to figure out a way to make the game faster, and at least have a better processor in a way so that I can actually still record and stuff like that. So that's something that you really have to think about if they are going to put in Clash or Clan Wars. And I do know that Supercell Steve did mention about them potentially putting it into the game, so it's not like it's not an option, but they definitely got to think it through. So like I said, I am looking forward to Clan Wars if it's going to come around, but I don't know if it's actually going to come around. So I really don't know what to say about that. Anyways, we should probably go on to the next question.
Okay, so now that we know about the clan wars, I'm personally stuck on the level 6 going to 7 walls. But what I do is with my level 11 gold mines, I just get on every day, collect everything, upgrade a wall, donate to my clan. I'm actually in your second clan, DubWar Division, and just get off, because it's just too time consuming to keep rating to get just walls, because I'm a Town Hall 8 and all I have is walls left basically, other than like my dark barracks, and it's just way too time consuming and I don't gem that stuff, so basically it's just way too time consuming. So let's move on. I'm fine. What are your hopes for Clash of Clans in the future, and what are your goals for the next 2 months playing Clash of Clans?
What are my hopes for Clash of Clans in the future? Like I said, kind of going back to what we just talked about, I'm hoping that it might come to their mind eventually that they should reduce the cost of walls, but otherwise I don't have any other actual like wish for Clash of Clans besides them continuously putting in new troops to the game. I really do enjoy it when they put in new troops, because it really does change the game quite a bit. For example, we just got the witches, right? And that completely changed high-level gameplay, how people attack, and I really do enjoy seeing that, because then there's just so many different strategies, and it just makes the game a lot more exciting, at least in my opinion. I know people would rather just have simple troops and everyone kind of having the same advantage as someone else, but I do enjoy it when they add new troops, giving different strategy attacks, different tactics. It definitely does give the game a different sort of hype to it, and it gets me excited, when there's a new troop coming in. Also, like the level 6 wizard, even a new level to troop is also exciting, because that can also, change gameplay as to maybe people might go back to the go-up strategy if, when it comes to high-level gameplay, if the wizards are like super OP, meaning overpowered, right? And it really does change the game a lot. That's why I do hope that they continuously add more and more troops to the game and just make it more interesting. But what are my goals for the next 2 months playing Clash of Clans? I'd have to say, yeah, when it comes to like upgrading my town hall and stuff like that, I don't think I'm going to go to town hall 10 yet, or even upgrade my walls to level 9 or anything like that. What I want to do is I want to try and max out town hall 9. I'm pretty close right now, as we're making this interview, and I just got a couple more upgrades. I think I might be able to make it within 2 months of maxing out Town Hall 9, and then I'll upgrade to Town Hall 10, but nothing's for sure. I'm hoping that I can max out, but like I said, Town Hall 10 is a no-go for me yet, because I heard the loot penalty is pretty painful to go through, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but of course I will have to upgrade eventually, because I'm missing out on a lot of cool stuff like the Inferno Towers, the third Expo, and stuff like that, so yeah, definitely got to do it eventually, but I got to try stick to my goal, which is maxing out Town Hall level 9. Anyways, we should probably go into the next question here, because we don't want to make this interview too long.
Alright, so now that we know your goals, what would you advise to other clan leaders, knowing that you're one yourself, of 2 clans actually?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and make this like a long story short sort of situation here. What actually happened a long time ago, and we're kind of going back in the past here, and this is just kind of gonna conclude to what I want to talk about. I had three clans open at one point. Okay, I had DubWarGaming, I had DubWarDivision, and I had DubWarStrike. Now, what happened was I was looking for elders, right? I got complaints from people that there weren't enough elders on, and I should promote some more people and stuff like that. So I got a little too open to people when it comes to actually promoting them, and just kind of giving them my trust, like almost like it's nothing, right? It's worthless. I almost like made it look like I gave two craps about the clan, right? And what it looked like was I was promoting some people to Elder that I, at least merely trusted, and one person, his name was Safe. Okay, I'm never gonna forget this guy, and what actually happened was I did promote this guy, and he had two accounts in my clan. And what happened was Safe, his name was SAIF, like Safe. He pretty much raged at me one day, and I kicked him out of the clan. And I completely forgot he had a second account in that DubWarGaming clan, and it was his alt account. And I logged off. He went on that account, kicked everyone out of the clan, and my clan was down to like 7 out of 50 people, which really sucked because that resulted in me closing my DubWarStrike clan and my DubWarDivision clan so I can at least somehow regroup some people for my main clan DubWarGaming. And it was a huge mess, I gotta say. Maybe I shouldn't have actually closed Division and DubWarStrike because it was going well, but my main clan was just completely destroyed, and I had such a tough time finding my old members and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a huge mess. So if you're pretty much what I'm concluding to here is if you're a leader and you're watching this interview, you definitely got to make sure you watch out for who you make an elder, because even someone like me, I made a mistake. It wasn't entirely just it was my fault. He did kick out everyone, but like I said, that was my bad for giving him elder without actually fully trusting him. So if you're gonna actually promote someone to elder, you got to make sure that you fully trust them. Hopefully maybe in the future also Supercell can add a feature where elders can only kick out one person every, like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. So even if some elder does go crazy, then they can only kick out one person every 5 minutes, and maybe that'll actually help out the game a bit as well. Sorry for this background noise. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Personally, I was an elder in your clan until I went inactive for like 3 weeks because I just got on, donated, and I wasn't getting the donations high enough. But I see that you only trust a few people at elder who you actually know and like could rely on, and you expect elders to communicate to like help out both your clans and promotions and stuff like that. So personally, I feel that you're a great leader and that you've learned from your previous experiences.
My mistakes. Yeah, definitely. Never going back down that same path. When it comes to people trying to gain elder in my clan, it's pretty much like this. If someone even asks me for elder, or even asks like how do I earn elder, I right away I'm like super cautious of them, and watching their every move. I'm definitely not gonna give them elder if they're asking for elder, because that just kind of shows me that they're kind of desperate for it in a way. Maybe not desperate, but they're really trying to get it. And I like, my trust sort of loses there because I see that someone's desperately trying to get it, and that just makes me not want to give it to them, right? So I'm looking for mainly people that are active, they're nice, donate a lot, and definitely like people I can definitely trust. Like a guy, his name is Kratos, right, in my DubWarGaming clan, and it took him about 4 months to get elder until I fully trusted him. So I'm definitely a lot more strict now when it comes to promoting people, and it's not that easy. So anyways, because I'm dragging this on now, let's move on to the next question here. And
okay, so there are 3 questions left, and this one's more simple. What drove you to play Clash of Clans when you saw it, and do you play any other smaller games or bigger games than Clash?
Okay, what drove me to play Clash of Clans? I'd have to say I never had anything that kind of directly made me want to play Clash of Clans. What actually happened was a long time ago, this was still before I even knew about Clash of Clans, I found Clash of Clans by mistake. What actually happened was I think what happened was my computer broke. Okay, this is what happened. And I used to never go on my iPod, right? And what actually happened was when I did go on my iPod that one day when my computer broke, and this was like an old laptop, I went on my iPod, went on the App Store just to see what kind of games were on there, and Clash of Clans wasn't on the top. I had to go down to like maybe the 75th like rank area, right, when it comes to trending games. And then that's when I saw Clash of Clans, and this was around maybe I'd have to say late September, I think, something like that. So it wasn't that far from the launch. And I remember seeing it, and at first glance, I was like, this doesn't really look like a game I would play, right? Because I looked at the screenshots on the bottom, and it really didn't seem that interesting. But after some more searching, I got back to Clash of Clans, and I gave it a go. And about, a week or two into it, I really got hooked into it. So that's what kind of drove me to play Clash of Clans. It's got that really good hook into the game where you really want to start playing more and more because you feel like your village is incomplete, right? So they definitely did a good job with that. But yeah, I really don't have any like cool story as well when it comes to what made me play Clash of Clans or anything like that. But what other games do I play as well other than Clash? I have some on my desktop here actually. Ones that I play right now are called Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Now, for some of you who know the other channel called Noteworthy Games, which is also a Clash of Clans YouTube channel, I play with Landon sometimes on Chivalry, and we definitely like to screw around on there quite often. Just if you guys actually go and check out the game, it's quite fun. So even maybe in this interview, I can link DailyClasher or some of these games. So if anyone's interested, you guys can go check them out. But besides that, there's also Warrock. It's a first-person shooter game. I've been playing that for a really long time now. Not as much now, but still sometimes. I got Ghost Recon Online. It's a free online game, also first-person shooter, and it's really good. And also, just recently, I started playing Minecraft. So we're starting up a server on Madden Vinix server, sorry. And of course, because fellow YouTuber, you guys can also come up with some videos. But yeah, that's another thing we're starting up. We might even start some uploads on our channels when it comes to Minecraft, but that's not for sure yet. But otherwise, that's really it when it comes to the other games I play. But mainly, I gotta say, I play Clash of Clans on my iPod, and that's it. So yeah, it's really all I play. So and out of curiosity, what games do you play?
I play League of Legends, Clash, and I might try out some others as I find them. And you just told me about like 5, so I might try them out. You actually broke up a little after the Madden Dominic story. So what are you gonna start up on his channel?
Okay, so what I was saying, Matt and Vinnick has his own Minecraft server, right? So what I was saying is we might actually start some Minecraft videos. Just it's a maybe. I'm not saying we're going to be. We're currently just kind of playing around on his server, testing things out, and seeing how his server is playing out. And so far, it's going good. I'm starting to play Minecraft more and more. And as we're doing this interview too, I'm pretty sure Landon and Matt and Vinnick are on their server right now on Minecraft playing. So after this interview, probably going to hop on and we'll go play. But when it comes to videos, we might do some videos. We're not too sure yet about what it might be, but it would be really cool if we actually got 3 Clash of Clans YouTubers grouping together and, you know, actually making videos on Minecraft. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know for sure, though.
All right.
Anyways.
All right, so moving on. In your personal opinion, do you think that levels will ever be meaningful again?
Do I think levels will be meaningful? You know, honestly, I'm sort of half-half with this one. Reason being is because back then, if you're like a beginning to Clash of Clans, then you wouldn't really actually know about this. But back then, you could actually see levels next to your name. Now you have like your league ranking, right? So you can't actually see the level of the person unless they're right in your clan or you visit their base. So do I think it's meaningful? Not really. If you have a clan and you have requirements when it comes to your troops, if like let's say you're, for example, a level 47 joins your clan but has level 5 archers and that's what you require, then why not like let them in your clan, right? That's perfectly fine. And I know that some people still sometimes request that people are like level 50 to join and that kind of stuff. So you know, that's when I kind of go back to the other side where levels might actually actually matter because for my clan, for example, I required people to be level 75 to join the clan, sort of like an elite clan, I guess you could say. And reason being is because once you're level 75, you probably do have really good upgrades when it comes to your troops level, such as your P.E.K.K.A.s, your dragons, and so forth. So that's why I have that minimum required level. But normally, I mean, like, let's say, for example, DubWar Division, even though it also has a required level, it's extremely low to get in. It's like I think it's like 50 plus now, right? I'm
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
sure myself. But yeah, that's another example. I mean, there's tons of level 50s, 60s, 70s out there that want to join clans that are, active and stuff. So yeah, like Double Division is great because there's a low requirement to get in, and only reason it's level 50 plus is just to make sure that the other troops that they might be donating are, well upgraded as well. So that's where I kind of go back and forth between if levels matter or not. So I really don't actually have a proper answer for that. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm personally level 74. That's why I'm still in Double War Division. But hopefully, when I hit 75 to 76, I can move up.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. So, two more questions. This one's more complex. Where do you see Clash of Clans 1 year from now?
Where do I see Clash of Clans from a year from now? You know, I honestly don't know for a fact either. I mean, everything I'm kind of saying here in this interview is just from my perspective and my thoughts, right? Like I said, no one knows for sure where Clash of Clans going to be. Like I mentioned earlier, every game has its own spotlight. Maybe in a year, Clash of Clans isn't going to be that active anymore, and that's when I come back to the point I was making where I might, start uploading some more general games on my channel. But where do I see Clash of Clans in a year? In my personal opinion, I think it's going to be still active. I mean, just recently we had our 1 year anniversary, right? And we're at about, sorry if the number's a little bit off, but I think it's like 10 to 11 million registered users on Clash of Clans. And every day there's thousands of new people joining. So think about, thousands of iDevices making new accounts to play Clash of Clans. So that's pretty crazy. And definitely, I think in a year from now, Clash of Clans is still going to be pretty popular, but probably going to slow down quite a bit because there's only so many people in this world that are going to play Clash of Clans, right? So yeah, like I said, I just don't know for sure, and I I don't know. Hopefully, it's still popular, so I can continuously be uploading more and more Clash of Clans videos. But like I said, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, for the better, right?
Yeah,
Anyways,
I personally feel that there's gonna be like Town Hall 14 in a year, and there's gonna
yeah.
be like water barges or something to like collect water for new water troops or something. It's gonna be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
there's definitely going to be numerous updates like that. I mean, you can't just be stuck on Town Hall 10 forever, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
there's going to be 11, 12, 13, 14. And even if this game does slow down eventually and there's not that many users, there's continuously going to have to make more and more updates, right? So there's going to be even 15, 16 eventually, right? I'm not saying within a year, but if this game actually lasts more than like 2 years, then yeah, we're going to get into that range, right? So there's definitely a large potential for Clash of Clans to be growing out into like one of the most popular iOS games out there. And besides Angry Birds and other games like that, this is pretty much a game that's kind of like their neighbor, right? Angry Birds was extremely popular as
yeah,
well, and it kind of died down. I mean, not that many people play it, so that's why I'm kind of referring back to Clash of Clans. Is it's having its spotlight right now for a good year or maybe more now, and then eventually it might also slowly die down. So, anyways, I believe we're actually on our last question, right?
yeah. This is actually for a question for the forumers. Personally, are you on the Clash of Clans forums? And if you aren't, have you ever been on them to look around?
I gotta say, I'm not one of those active forum posters. If you actually go check out my account on the forums, of course the Clash of Clans official Supercell forum, when you see my account, it says I have like 7 posts, right? But that's actually not true. If you check when was my last activity, I'm actually pretty much on every single day to check messages, check up on what people are saying. I really do enjoy reading what people have to say, their thoughts and ideas for Clash of Clans, future updates, what they think they should be added, removed, that kind of stuff. Really good to see the community being active and getting good ideas from what they think, right? And I am pretty active with the forums, but I'm not an active poster, so that's why it might seem like I'm not really active, but I'm kind of lurking around is pretty much what I was saying here. So yeah, I would consider myself pretty active. Like I said, I just like to read what people have to say, their opinions and that kind of stuff. So definitely a good place to go if you want to see, what's up with Clash of Clans, and there's even sections in there, for clans, and if you're looking for a clan, it's just overall a great place to go to if you're looking for information and stuff like that. So if you actually haven't checked out the forums yet, then I would definitely recommend you go do that because it's really a great place. So,
Well,
anyways,
I'm on the Clash forums, and I think it's just interesting to see what people are up to in the game, and it's a necessary resource because there's so many different sections, as you stated before. The tactics and strategies,
yeah,
general discussion. There are all these new Town Hall 8 bases and Town Hall 9, 10 bases that are updated every single day in the
yeah,
thread. So it's just a brilliant place to look if you're looking for new bases or tactics.
yeah, definitely. I gotta agree with that. So, anyways, man,
Okay,
is that it?
so
Or
yeah, that's about it. So thank you for giving up time for the interview and actually doing it. I know you're in Poland right now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you once again.
No, no worries, man. This is a great interview. Thank you for also interviewing me. I'm trying to also be as open as possible to everyone. I'm not like, perhaps some other YouTubers that might not want to do an interview. Trying to be as open as possible. Like I said, I talk to all my fans and subscribers on Kick, trying to get as close as possible to everyone, right? So it was my pleasure to do this interview, is pretty much what I'm saying.
Personally, I actually got to talk to you and get your Skype through your Kick. So
Hmm.
I think it's great that you actually give that out and you actually check it constantly to
Yeah.
uh talk to your subscribers and
Yeah, man, it's great. I love talking to subscribers. It's also another way for new series and stuff like that. Anyways, man, so I guess we should probably wrap this up because we probably don't want people to be watching an
yeah,
interview that's too long and boring.
yeah,
So,
okay.
anyways,
So
like once again, thank you again for
yeah.
having me here. And that's it, man. So
All
I
right,
gotta do
so
my
peace
outro
out.
here.
Peace
All
out.
right, so peace, guys, and keep clashing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, DailyClasher here, and this is a final update video before the $160 iTunes giveaway. The picking is going to be in 2 days, and you guys better be excited. You have to subscribe to Global Gamer Universe, Clash Crafter,